Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. We're back for another 5 point match on backgammonhub.com playing against Dean. Good match to my opponent. He starts off well. And then I believe this is the book play here. Seems sort of important to split anyways once he has his he has like an inchoate prime forming a little bit. So you got to get I think there's some extra incentive to get the backman moving. I don't think there's enough argument to hit off the one here. I don't really see the point of 21 to 16. So 13 to 8 by process of elimination at least. Okay, should just safety, I think. If he wanted to go, oh no, this is good. I was thinking there was some other play there, but no, this is correct. All right, so I could obviously hit him loose, or maybe just play pretty solidly against the stronger board. I will be willing to hit him here though. 13 to 8. Hit and cover something, or just cover. Okay, he's going to run out, and then I'm going to roll a 2 or a 10. All right, I guess I do want to hang back here. Make it a little tougher for him to play safely for a while. This is nothing, especially at the score. Yeah, wait, this race is close, and I mean, it's take based on the race alone, I should say, or close. And there's all this contact. Oh, do I hit him with a 7 here? So I assume he's playing 14 to 11. And then if I roll a 7, I don't know whether to hit him or not. Doesn't matter, I guess. Probably would have ended up doing it. I see. He's thinking he has some license due to my crappy board here, but no, this is still nothing. Yeah, I think this is a pretty solid error to cube this. Now you can play 13 to 6, and I can't hit him. I mean, now I can hit him. He should. I was gonna say he should probably leave the 6 shots. Thinking it's 4 7s and 2 10s that'll hit this guy if he. So he just makes the 9 point 13 to 9 squared. Doesn't seem to play well otherwise. I do have the blot on my board, so I probably would pay the shots here like he is. This is nice. I think I'm looking for a deuce, even at the expense of screwing up my board. Okay, still in it. I was gonna say, oh, I still have a take here, but now I rolled small, so this would be it'd be pretty close. All right, let's keep things a little more diverse in the outfield. I guess I would still take that. Okay, let's actually do this correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so he needs to be a little aggressive on the recube because his take point's a little elevated. Nothing wrong with this. There's something better here. I'm only up 2. 14. Yeah, this is double pass. You could argue it was a take for money, but at the score, yeah, she should let it go at the score. He might take it though, because it's like close for money, you know. So you pass it, you pass the recube at the score, five away, 5 away. Take points elevated by like 3% over money in say a race on average, medium length race. So that if it's a take for money, this swings the decision. Okay, yeah, so good pass there. So best you can do, I think, is just to make the 3. This is pretty awesome. Can make his 4 or his 9. 9 doesn't go well with the 3. It is safer though, so he makes the 9. Could make the 8 point here with the 5. But I don't want to give him this extra attack option. All right, I think I'm not cubing a reasonable play here. It's a little leery due to the score a little bit. Yeah, obviously a bunch of options here. I'm gonna try this though. It's probably some duplication 4-3 or something. Another play that might be right is 24 to 21, 8 to 7. Gonna play a little tidier. Get the backmen going a little more, but I was a little leery about coming under the gun of all these attackers. That probably would have worked out better. I would double this for money. Seems like there's a lot of ways to win this. Thing is, if I fill in my 4 point or escape the guy somehow, it's going to be a pretty big pass. Yeah, I don't know about this, but I'm going to send it, hope for a pass. On the strength of the 4 point making rolls. But I'm a little worried about this one due to the score. Where like I'm not getting full value from my doubled gammas, and he has tremendous recube vig. He's thinking about passing. Okay. He takes correctly, I believe. All right, that's probably 2. I guess I either want to slot the 4 or just keep playing it safe. It's a little, if I slotted the 4, it's a little hard to cover effectively. Like I basically got to use the guy on the 8 points, or roll it now, or roll it like a 6-3 or something. Oh, 2-1. Yeah, I walked into this one. Yeah, maybe I should just play 13 to 10 last turn. Now duplicating 4-6. Ooh. Ooh, we can try to do everything. He can make the 5 and hit loose on the 2. Take point on the recube as 33%. You know, plus more if I lose some gammons. It's a little stuck, but I kind of don't want to be there. And I like the builders for the 5 here. Ooh. And kind of dead. I mean, he can hit here if he wants. 24 to 12, 24 to 20. Given that he has cube access, maybe he should just play safely. I don't know. Just make the 16, you know, cash next turn usually. Yeah, like I'm in the game now. Good, it's pretty reasonable to cube this, given that he's getting gammon on the dances and the misses a lot. But I would have definitely taken that. He's playing very a little slow, but he's just being very methodical about it. Oh, he's hitting me again. No one misses. I'm a little scared to leave the shot there. It would be nice to make that point, although it's going to be a little hard to make it next turn. Okay, so let's just play conservatively. He's hitting again, I think. At least he should, I believe. I mean, he's leaving. He's leaving. Even if he makes the 23, I still got 6 shots at him, plus great fours, you know. So maybe I should just go for it here. This is a game for optimists. Okay, good. I didn't overlook anything there. I thought I could make the 7 point. I could, but so he's on the 23 point, so it wouldn't be good. Should go for it here. 23 to 14. Say he's not paying full price of the gammons. Okay, he plays it a little more conservatively, which I might also. What else do I got? That's a lot of blots if I run from the back. Maybe I get a better run number next turn, or something like a 4-1, 4-3 or something. Now he should go for sure. It's a little hard for me to attack with the blot on my ace. Hope he just breaks the 8. Yeah, especially given the score, you know. Should play this one optimistically. He should cube this. He should cube this too. I'm not doing this. This is too much. I do feel pretty comfortable taking this though. I do not feel comfortable taking this one. Yeah, he's making it a little easy on me. I mean, maybe I'm wrong here and this is a take, but you know, definitely cube it at least. Yeah, so alpha and 10 to 7, 8 to 6. I don't know what else you're doing here. Oh, whoa. I don't know why you do this. Kind of like this. I mean, Ace Point Anchor's not too bad here. Oh, there's also this, less attack. See, I kind of don't like this because now he's attacking on the ace better, and I don't have this long-term deep anchor game. Although honestly, I'm not sure about any of this. But I am going to try this, though. Like, I'm way down in the race. He's got all these checkers down here with nowhere to go. It seems like the ace point's like pretty decent anchor here. All right, we're glad I didn't leave the anchor. He'd be smacking me twice. Okay, I guess I'm keep hitting. Hope something good happens. I don't like the fact that my fours are duplicated. Right fours get going, fours to cover. All right, so he's popping out, and then I'm got 24 shots. Neither of us has like missed all game. Oh, I win this so much still. Hit Dan's. Maybe I don't win this enough anymore. Don't double me, please. Good. Ugh, gross. I mean, 7-3 offhand. I see the other play, 6-5, 6-3, leaving sort of minimal shots. Yeah, I'm not sure because he's cube. He still has cube access. I'm not really clear on what's going on with the cube. Oh, it's perfect. All right, the backman is stuck, so maybe that makes it a little easier. All right, so I am interested in slotting this point. I wonder if it's this now. Maybe this. 6-6 is sort of crushing. I don't know. Okay, it might be time just to slot this because I mean I got to fill in this point obviously. It's going to be a little hard to make it if I don't slot it. On the other hand, I could play just 17-11. No, let's just go for it. Good. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's blots on 6-6. Maybe everything does. I guess I could do this. I don't know. This is a little cheesy looking. Yeah, I'm not gonna think about this too hard. Yeah, that 3-3. I shouldn't have done that. Bah. All right, so likely it's going to be a 4-zip Crawford. So getting Gammon will not hurt me very much at all, because the Crawford game he needs an odd number of points. So I'll play it mostly like double match point, like 4-4. Oh, hey, mop up. He must think he's too good to double. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, with those open points, like, I mean, I win a ton there. So I'm honestly not clear on what's going on with the cube, and I'm honestly not clear on what he's thinking. I would have doubled like a million times that game, though, if I was him. So yeah, we'll take a look at the computer analysis, see how many cubes he missed, see if it's ever like too good or it's a take or something. I don't know. Why am I doing this? Seems a little silly to leave a shot here when I got a good game just playing sort of safe and I got an anchor. But yeah, like I said, my take point is 33. Plus more for the gammons. So like a lot of time, even after my board crunches, yeah, I'm not that clear on what's going on. Oh, hey, Rob. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like people are like afraid to like make an action that's that's an error, so they err on the side of not acting, which is bad though. You need to think of not doubling as an action also, and you can kind of avoid falling into that trap. I see where they didn't step up with an ace there. Do I have any safe? I don't have I do not have a safe play here, I think. Weirdly. Somehow this feels good to me. 5-5, 6-6. Yeah, it's all kind of the same. Maybe I want like the 5-point stripped. I'm not sure. Just going on gut feel there. 2-5. Yeah, that's all I got. Oh, hey, how you doing, guys? Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, happy to do it. Probably just gonna play one. Probably just gonna play one match and going to like a little live event tonight. So I thought I'd get a little practice in. But we will take a look at the computer analysis and take a look at least my errors. All right, I could lose the race here. So maybe it's better to actually take a guy off, leave a couple blot numbers at a time when like he's running. I could take two guys off there, but it's be two extra blotters. So I just sort of made a compromise play there. Wouldn't be surprised if taking two guys off is right though. Alrighty, let me start up XG here. I think the match. I mean, the match was pretty. It was a little complicated, but I didn't think my decisions were that difficult. I feel pretty comfortable with a lot of my decisions. So we'll take a look at the. We'll see what the PRs are though. Okay, 3-5. Yeah, I honestly kind of expected even a little lower than that. But like I said, it's some pretty complicated games. Well, we'll see what XG says anyways. The GNU PR and XG PR is like a little different. I think theoretically they're supposed to be the same on average. Like they're calculated in slightly different ways, but I think the XG PR was designed after the GNU PR, which might have come from like Snowy or something, like an early bots. But XG modified how it works a little bit, and so it's like a little different. Like specifically like XG counts. I'm sorry, GNU counts all decisions, no matter how trivial as moves, as decisions, basically. So in other words, if you dance on like a closed board, for instance, that lowers your PR in GNU. But it doesn't lower your PR in XG because XG has a different definition of what a decision is. But XG makes all the real decisions count for more. So I think it's designed to sort of be the same as the GNU PR. But it doesn't work out that way in practice. I think GNU is a little bit more lenient on average. Anyways, the PR is pretty close. Yeah, it looked like he missed a ton of cubes in there. So I had a couple checker play blunders and one doubling error. I don't know. Oh, my double could be. Well, yeah. Maybe it's the 2-0 game that I either missed a cube or doubled early. But anyways, yeah, maybe that's not quite a double in the 2-0 game. Yeah, you could hit on the ace here, but the way I think about it usually is like that's pretty bad play, right? But sometimes there's enough reason to do it from a tactical standpoint. It didn't look like there was enough going on tactically here to make 6-1 correct. So that's how I sort of dismiss this. So yeah, it's not a huge error though, apparently. In fact, it's a little closer cubeless than this. Yeah, it's like almost a cube here. So probably if I do hit on the ace, he's supposed to cube me. I thought he played this well. Okay, yeah, you don't go after him here. Some people are probably doing this, right? I couldn't I mean, I thought about it. I couldn't completely dismiss it because you do want to try to contain that back checker. It just played so productively when you don't hit, productive and safe, making the anchor and then playing a productive 8-4. That I avoided. I avoided the trap of hitting. Okay, so he should go. He goes now. Okay, I build up my board. Kind of glad I didn't roll a 7 here because it's pretty dangerous to hit. I didn't know for sure that what was right. In fact, I said I would hit during the match. I think it's too exposed. So yeah, think about whether you would hit here, and then we'll take it with like a 5-2. Say I roll a 5-2 here. Do you hit here as black? We'll take a look at what the computer says. Let me just save this match. Good. So you can go Control C, Control V. Then you can play around with the position. I think it's too exposed. With 6 blots around the board against like a decent white structure, I think you just play the holding game here. Then you have he shouldn't double, but if he does, you have an easy take, very easy take. If you hit, he maybe should double on the volatility of the situation, and then you're taking, but you're not too happy about it, Yeah, so that I guess that's the right way to look at it. And 5-2 plays pretty productively on the home front. I guess 6, all the 7s play pretty productively. Yeah, it's double somewhat early. Interesting. 13-8's close here. Because I guess it wants to keep the checker back on the 24 for extra contact, and the race is pretty bad. So it doesn't mind. I don't think a lot of people are doing this, but it doesn't mind this play just to keep the checker back there. Huh. Leaving an ace shot. I guess the other thing going on is if he hits you with an ace, you might make a second anchor, but you're not going to get to keep the second anchor a long time. Huh. It surprises me that it's this close. Most people are just doing this. Yeah, pretty decent deuce. Grade 6. Grade 6-6, and then yeah, big pretty big pass at the score. Right, yeah. So this is a take for money. Like I mentioned during the match. Pretty big take for money. So you see the score effect, right? Score effect is in like a medium length race is almost zero point 0.2, right? So take by 0.1 for money, and at the score, computer thinks it's a pass by 0.1. So it's more than 0.2. The way I usually think about the numbers here. So take point in a medium length race, the take point for money is like 22-ish, 22%. It's less than 25 because you get recube vig after your take. So that's worth something. At 5 away take points more in a race like this is more like 25%. So if it's like somewhat close for money, then you should pass up the score, ignoring gammons and stuff. Oh, I miss a cube at the score. I see. Okay, great 1-1. He should make the 4, but he makes the 9 instead. Partly because the 9 and the 3 don't go well together, being 6 apart. Okay, the computer does want to be a little more provocative here with this play. Get the backmen going when it's not too dangerous because I outboard white. But I just sort of play simply. And I forgo making my 8 point. I forgo making my 8 point. That's what's going on. Like you'd rather be on the 13 than the 18 by a good margin. But definitely you want your 8 point locked up. So both plays get the backmen going, of course. Oh yeah, okay, so 3 okay, so it wants to cube this. I see. This is the cubing error. Yeah, I would have cubed this for money probably in a second, but up 2 zip. That was a little unclear. I guess he gets awesome recube vig, or he should get awesome recube vig. But then I improved somewhat, and I think there's enough here. And not only is my position arguably a little better, but I have the more powerful threats here, where I have more chance to make this awesome 4 point, which I didn't have. I didn't have such great threats last turn. I guess I had more hitting threats last turn. Okay, so I play solidly here with the 1-1. I make the 8, and I don't slot the 4 because I'm using the last builder here. So I just shift 5 to 4, degrading my position a little bit. 2-1. Oh yeah, I thought about this a little bit. I think one problem with finding this play is there's just several candidates. Like you can do what I did. Come up halfway, diversify in the outfield. You can also just play 13 to 10. Stay out of harm's way a little bit. Not get the backman going, but get another builder for the 5. So this is okay too. This is similar to my play in equity, apparently. The computer just wants to do this, make the 5 point. Here, we can put it up on the board. Just say, oh, I'm filling in this point. 6s are somewhat duplicated. Can survive some of the 6s because I got my awesome board. And if I get missed, if he rolls like a nothing number, I get to make a 6 prime a lot, or at least roll an ace and like upgrade to a much better 5 prime. Yeah, maybe I could have found this if I gave it better consideration. It did briefly occur to me, but I was thinking about the other 2 options, you know. Okay, so 2-1. Yeah, I like coming in on the 23 here, partly because the 8 point is stripped. So if I come in here and he rolls 3-1. He can make the 5 point, but I'm sort of hitting him with 6s next turn. So that's why I came in the 2 and not the 1. And I noticed 6-4 is like nicely duplicated. Is white 6-4? Yeah, he should try to do more here. Should make his 5 and hit loose on the 2 for a really awesome position when it works and a pretty good position when it doesn't. So he makes his board kind of cheesy. All right, yeah, I roll 5-1. Yeah, it's bad to come in high, giving him this extra attack option. Apparently, the computer wants to tidy up in the outfield and keep the midpoint. Right, it wants to come in with the 1 and play 11-6. As opposed to my play, which sort of spreads blots out. I don't know, get better build power this way. I do see that he's attacking on the ace sometimes, and these guys become targets in the outfield after I do my play. It's fairly close, though. Okay, no, he is right to hit. Oh, because he's going to be too good a lot, that's why. Yeah, at the time I thought, well, maybe you just do this play, and then you can usually just cash in the game next turn. But I guess what the computer is saying is you do this. Is that he's too good on the dances, and a lot of times when I enter, he's doubling anyways. Like in fact, I get a good entry number, and I think at the score he should cube me anyways. Yeah, in fact, it's not even like a huge take here. So this sort of underscores why the computer's 4-4 is so good. Right? He can play on or cash a bad number, and he still gets a really powerful cube on like a good entry, like 5-3. You know, there are better entries, probably like 5-5, 5-1-1, but oh, 5-3 is pretty good. Like I would have taken this. Anyways, he hits me. Oh, I got a crushing 1-1, and then he can't double me. No, he can double me. Even here, he can double. So this shows you how aggressive he should be with the recube at 2-zip and a 5, 3-way, 5-away. In some sense, he's getting 2-to-1 odds by doubling because he's putting 2 extra points at stake. He can use both of them, and I can only use one of them. So in that sense, you can double as an underdog sometimes if it's very volatile. I mean, even this. Oop, not this. I'm sorry. Okay, so white has 17 rolls to bear off here. 17 out of 36, so he's an underdog. But you have to double this. This is like a big error not to cube this because of the score consideration that I mentioned. Now, saying 2-to-1 odds is a bit of a oversimplification, because you normally want to think about in terms of match equities, but sort of the poor man's way to think about it is you're getting 2-to-1 odds on the double. So that's why this is a double or close, and this is a clear double, even though he's an underdog. Right. How bad is no redouble? Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's huge. Huge blunder not to cube that. I think I mentioned it at the time that he should probably cube it. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have been able to find the cube pretty easily from the bar there. I mean, it wasn't 100% clear to me, to be honest, but if you think about the score correctly, then yeah, you maybe can find it pretty easily. You maybe should be able to find it pretty easily. Okay, so I got a grade 5-3 again. Okay, now it's even borderline here. He's an underdog. Oh, another argument for doubling, of course, is he's killing my gammons by doubling. Right? So if he doubles and gets gammons, doubling didn't actually hurt him. So that's extra incentive for him to double. Yeah, I didn't like his 2-1 play. I would have hit here. Apparently his play is correct. Just locking up the 23-point anchor. I would have done this. Just kind of go for it. I guess it is quite a bit worse to be back on the 24 than the 23. But yeah, it still sort of looks right to me to go after him. All right, so I got a nice 4. I got a decent 4-1. Still haven't seen my blunders. I got 2 blunders, right? Yeah, we still haven't seen a blunder yet, I think. I wonder if it's going to be in that containment position. Those are tough plays. Okay, so 5-4. Yeah, he should run here. Said he screws up his front position and remains stuck. I shouldn't run here. Although running probably does okay for the win. No, it did not go. No, not even. Yeah, no, this would be even at double match points. You don't want to do this. Too exposed, according to the computer. Just keep solid. Never get attacked. Maintain a bridge for this backman. Like I can roll a 4 here. Okay, he runs correctly there. Oh, it wants to do everything here. This is okay. So this is blunder number 1. Now I definitely saw this play. Oh, it keeps the 8 point. Yeah, no, I didn't give this proper consideration. I kind of didn't notice that the right play kept the 8 point. Right, we can put them both up on the bar. Like I did, I kept the anchor, right? I did this. It's better, much better than not hitting. Because there's some, I don't know, clearly better for the win than doing something like this, right? Because you could easily dance, and then I'm in control. Yeah, computer wants to do this. Keep the 8 points. Get the backman going, and get direct contact on 4s here, where 4s don't do much on the home front. Yeah. So let's take another look at my play. My play's like a little bit more diverse on the home front. Like I got more good cover numbers. But yeah, the 8 point is gone and the backmen are a little stuck. And I'm not getting direct contact here. Now part of the equity difference is because there's an upcoming cube. And the cube is a lot stronger if you make my play. So cubeless it is quite a bit closer. It's cubeless, it's 0.04, 0.03 or 0.04. Because of the extra oomph that the cube gets, to use a technical term, it's a big difference. Yeah, but he misses a cube. Okay, yeah, this is almost too good. Yeah, maybe he is thinking too good here. I don't know. It is technically close to too good. Pretty sure I would have found the pass here. Okay, yeah, he rolls a 3-2. Yeah, he should break down from the front. That did seem weird. Okay, yeah, make a decent play here. I was sort of floundering around a little here. I think I would have, if I didn't make my play though, I would have done. I would have actually done this, I think. 8-6, 8-3 and drop it free doubled, lose fewer gammons when not, right, with the 5-2. Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, it's only like a little worse than my play because he gets a really efficient double after my play. So that's like not that much worse than that's not that much better than passing a double. In fact, according to the computer, it's 0.19 worse, or better than passing a double. So cubeless, let's see, cubeless, 373, 432. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, breaking the eight's not a huge error. Cubeless, 398 versus 373. Wait, what? Interesting. 432, 330. Yeah, your play's actually better than my breaking the eight's actually better than my play cubeless. Now, the reason I think is maybe too complicated and esoteric to go in here, but when I say like cubeless equity is different, the cubeless equities in matches sort of conflate two things. There's two factors going on. Like one factor is okay. The cube value, the value that the guy gets from the cube is different after both plays. But also like the when you're talking about like cubeless, the gammons are going to be worth different amounts than if you're talking about like cube full equities. So it's a little complicated to think through all the factors. Yeah. I mean, say if I already owned the cube at 4, I mean, I guess that means you hit, and you don't play 8 to 6, 8 to 3. I don't know what else. Yeah, cube in the middle, you play 8 to 6, 8 to 3. Because the cubes. So the computer is assuming if he owns the cube at 2, um, the computer is assuming that the cube's going to come over. Like these cubeful equities here, they assume that the cube is going to come over and I'm going to own it at 4. And so the gammons, he's not getting full value from his gammons there because he's going to win 8 points on a gammon and he only needs 5 points to win the match. So the gammon, there's overage, in other words. The gammons aren't super valuable for him. Cube in the middle, the computer assumes the cube is going to come over at 2 probably. At least if I make a hit play. So there the gammons are super valuable. And obviously hitting is going to lose a lot more gammons. So it's all very complicated here, as I mentioned. I did not think that deeply about it during the match. I was mostly just trying to play optimistically. Okay, yeah, this is double pass as we saw. Okay, yeah, good play with the 6-4 here. Keeping the deep anchor. It's arguably a better anchor than the 20-point anchor here. It's a little stuck, but I'm way, way down in the race. I might be playing a deep anchor game long term. And I'm getting really great outfield control when I do this. And I don't get attacked. All right, 6-1, he gets going. I roll a nice 6-3, rolls a nice 1-2. Okay, I got 1-2, decent roll. I get to hit him. 2-5, he tries to escape, it doesn't work. Yeah, you can almost double this even. Oh yeah, then I was curious what the cube action is here. Okay, so I'm actually a big favorite here. Okay, so he's still got the guy trap though. After he escapes, so what's going on here? Okay, so it's a huge. Yeah, I would have found the take pretty easily here, I think, because I would have figured I'm a favorite to win this or close. With this guy still far away from home, and even when he gets that guy home, I have this decent back game formation. And I was thinking, okay, if I dance here, then I'm not sure. But I do enter. Honestly, I entered and I wasn't sure about the take pass. Okay, now I am an underdog. Like I said, take points 33%, but it's a little higher than that. It's probably closer to 40 because of the gammons I lose. Apparently I have it with some room. It's a little hard for him to clean up everything in a roll and maintain a decent position. Okay, so here the computer does want to pass now that I've screwed up my board too much. I mean, I win over 33, but the gammons push it into pass territory. And I was glad he didn't cube. I probably would have passed, but I don't know. So this position here. I mean, I would have scooped it up for money, but yeah, like the elevated take point, I wouldn't have known. I roll another bad 3-2. It's too good after my play, maybe. Barely. Okay, so yeah, so I could reasonably be thinking too good here. We rolled a 3-1. Okay, he should clear the 7 points. Oh, I roll a perfect 4-2. And I'm guessing I make a blunder in this containment game. Not here. Okay, so 20. These plays, I always find these plays tough because there's like 5 or 6 different factors. Like you don't want to leave shots. You want good outfield control. You want to make points. You want to slot the open point. You don't want to give them like good attack numbers. There's all sorts of things to think about. And actually, I think the computer, at least with the cube action, the computer tends to not understand these positions. So I'm a little skeptical of the computer's checker play also. But let's see what the computer wants to do. Okay, so the computer wants to put guys on the 14 and 15 points. Only get hit once with 6-6. Keep things spread out on 3 different points in the backfield. So what does my play do? So my play doesn't keep things spread out in the backfield as much. So maybe I can see that being a little wrong. I mean, oftentimes you do want to maintain some presence, like a point in his home board, just because you don't want to get attacked too much. But I guess he doesn't really have any good attack numbers if I do the computer's play. Like 6-1, I mean, maybe he's hitting, but if he is, he's hitting off the ace. 6-3, I mean, hitting leaves a million blots, so he might just pop out. So I guess I can kind of see my play being an error. Okay, now I do spread things out a little better. Some question about whether to get the backman moving. Because the computer does actually want to do it. Oh, 2-2, it doesn't slot here. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I mean, I wasn't 100% sure slotting was correct, but it seemed like the right game plan to me here. 'Cause I don't know. I mean, you need to make that point, right? So why not? So let's see what the computer's play does. I mean, great outfield presence, double coverage on any of his entries except for 6-6. It blocks 6-5 really nicely, right? He has to break his 7 point with a 6-5. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty productive. I mean, if he dances though, you really do want this position. I guess it's still a little hard to cover. It's probably 18 numbers or something that covers. You know, oh, it's less than that even. Huh. It's only 15. There's only direct 5s here, right? Because none of these, so 6-5 you can cover from here, but I already have 6-5 with the 5s, and no other combo shots cover. 6-6 doesn't, for instance. 4-4 doesn't. 3-3 doesn't. So there's not a lot of cover numbers here. So I guess this isn't the best. I guess this isn't the best slot here. It's a little premature, maybe. Just not enough cover numbers, and the alternative is quite productive. Yeah, conditions, in some sense, conditions seemed right to me to slot, but I guess I didn't think deeply enough about it. And of course, once you slot, you got to leave it slotted. And I do make it. Yeah, this is fishy. It's fine though. It's just stodgy, you know. 6-6 is safe, but 6-6 is a blot after the right play, but the builders are nicely spread out and his board is so weak. Yeah, okay, get the idea here. And here I think you do want to leave a couple blot numbers. Four blot numbers. Because you're still thinking about the gammon a little bit. You still win if you get hits most of the time, and you don't lose any races. So it's worth kind of leaving a little bit of risk to get a checker off here, versus say this. Like you do this, then you roll 6-1, and then he rolls like 6-6 or even 6-5. He's got an okay chance in the race. Best for the win is in fact to leave 0 blotters though. It's just the small amount of extra gammons you win. Swings the play. Extra gammons. Again, the risk is very slight. But anyways, I just win. This was not an easy play for me to make. 6-1 without hitting, gross. But as I felt, I sort of met the requirements of the position, right? I'm up in the race, got an anchor, I got a fine game no matter, if I just don't get hits. So I play 6-1. Second best, which maybe I didn't give enough consideration to, is actually just getting off the back anchor now. Mostly because 6-1 is pretty gross. All right, but I roll a nice 4-4. If gammons counted, there'd be some you probably would attack. But gammons don't count, so I just try to disengage as safely as possible. I assume 6-2 is correct. Good. Good. And then maybe should have stepped up here. Yeah, should have stepped up with this 1-5. Race is close enough. Should have played 23-22, 6-1, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing else other than the 6-3. Everything else seemed pretty easy. Only safe play. Oh, I should have. No, this is wrong. I was thinking it'd all be trivial. That's funny. Boy, they just in backgammon, you can just go wrong everywhere. Stuff you think is trivial, you're just wrong about. I mean, yeah, no, I should have been able to find this. Sort of similar to previous decision where you leave a little bit more risk to bear a checker off. Right, so my play is this. It's only 2 blot numbers, 6, 6, 5, 5. But again, I could lose the race here. If you just roll 6, 5, he's in the race, So you're supposed to bear 2 guys off, leave this position, 6, 6, 5, 5, 6, 5, 2 extra blot numbers. But you're not paying all of them, right? Because he's running with stuff. He's running with 6s. So the risk, again, is very slight. The risk from getting hit is very slight. You got to think more about the race here. Bear another guy off. I mean, I sort of got the picture next turn where the safest play is to clear the 6. To do this. But again, he's in the race. So I take 1 checker off. I should take 2 checkers off. Leave a slightly more risk. But again, he's leaving with stuff. 6s, 5, 5. Maybe even runs with like a 5, 4. I don't know. All right, yes, that was like a little sloppy at the end. What's the lesson here? Sort of jumped at the slot. But yeah, it's not the greatest slot because the cover is a little thin on the cover numbers. And there's quite a productive play that doesn't slot. Okay. I mean, conditions are right for the slot because his board is so weak and the 6 point is so important to fill in. And I'm quite sure the computer's plan isn't to never slot. It's to do this and then slot later to try to fill in that 6 point. And what was the other blunder? Oh, the other blunder is this. This is mostly a cubeful thing, though. Like my play's not too bad cubeless. Same with A6, A3. Anyways. All right, well, that was interesting. Yeah, Mattress played decently well. I wish, I'm kind of regretting. I mean, the blunders, those are tough plays for me. I should have been able to get this one and this. Well, maybe at least I should have been able to get this one right. If you just think about the race a little more. But anyways, hope you got something out of this. And I'm going to sign off now. But thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.